might end up being the only municipality that does this.
A criminal record check is one step closer to becoming a requirement to run for Calgary City Council. For some Calgarians, they are on board with the idea.
100% they should be background checked. They're responsible for our city and for taking care of us, especially being a public servant. We should know who's running and who we're voting in.
I just feel like it's kind of reflective of their character and how they comport themselves, and so I'd like to know that if they're running for office.
Everybody else has to, so what makes them any different?
Council voting unanimously Tuesday to include in the city's proposed elections bylaw the requirement that all candidates submit a police information check with their nomination and that the change be implemented by the 2025 municipal election.
It's not necessarily disqualifying to have a criminal record. I mean, the President of the United States has many convictions, and he is the President of the United States. And so people know that, and they know what they're voting for.
Tuesday's vote is in response to the Government of Alberta's Municipal Affairs Statutes Amendment Act, which changes elections rules in municipalities around campaign financing, allows political parties in the province's two largest cities, and bans the usage of electronic tabulators. The measure passing, but not without some criticism, including from Councillor Courtney Walcott, who ended up voting for it, raising concerns about barriers for individuals with convictions, such as for marijuana.
It's still something the federal government has not fully actually gone forward with, and there are significant numbers of Canadians who, on something that is completely legal today, prevents them from seeking opportunities in all different types of places.
The vote from Calgary City Council is in the opposite direction that Edmonton took, where council in Alberta's second largest city voted against the measure.
I think there was concern up in Edmonton that it would disqualify people from running, and we've made it very clear that it's not an attempt to disqualify anybody, but it's also important in a position like this that we understand the public trust is an imperative.
Administration explaining fairly recent convictions related to elections offenses, municipal corruption, or crimes that carried at least 5 years of imprisonment would result in disqualification. The city's returning officer is set to return to council in mid-December with the proposed elections bylaw. In Calgary, Djan, City News.